welcome or welcome back to my channel. Firstly, I just wanted to start off by saying thank you again for helping me reach over 500 subs. That's just wild to me. I know in my last video I was thanking everyone for helping me reach over 100 subs, but I never expected to hit this goal so quickly. But I really am appreciative of all the love and support and suggestions that you guys had given me on my last video. My favourite comments are definitely the ones where you guys were reminiscing on certain feelings that the video gave you. You know, reminiscing on like your own experiences and your own childhoods and things like that. It was really sweet, because that's the kind of feeling I like to give off in my builds. I like to make them as, I guess, lifelike as possible. So it was really nice to see. So thank you again. It really does mean a lot to me. Today we're going to be building in Copperdale, which is a world that I haven't built in before, and it's the world that came with high school years. And it took me a while to find or choose a world that I wanted to do this build in, but this little section of Copperdale really hit the spot, so I decided to build here. This is a little collection of shops that I've been wanting to do for a little bit. A community lot, I mean. I haven't done one before, so I was kind of sitting with my mum and we were having our afternoon coffee, and she plays these like beautiful lo-fi, just chill songs on the TV, and one of the pictures of the soundtrack was this beautiful cafe in the rain, and it had this awesome like dark green paneling, and it just looked really cozy, and Mum was like, you should do a build like that. And here we are. I luckily had these beautiful dark green paneling that I have used for the cafe there on the corner. And oh yeah, so the actual lot itself has three different shops, I guess. The cafe, and then the laundromat, and then a little record store upstairs. I've tried to do something a little bit different because, as I said before, I'm not really a exterior shell builder. I love decorating, but I really struggle to get like my builds right unless I'm looking at a floor plan. So I'm trying to steer clear of just doing squares and boxes. That's why I kind of did this cafe on a little angle. And when I was looking up ideas on Pinterest, I was specifically typing in like corner store cafes, and just to really see if I could get the vibe. But the laundromat and the record store is still the good old rectangular cube, I think. It's not a cube, but yeah, box. But it works. So yeah, I definitely feel like the cafe being that sort of angular shape fits much better. So yeah, that's the lots, well, the stores on this lot. And please, I am so sorry, I forgot to minimize the info panel up in the top left. And originally I had called this lot, well, I didn't actually call it, but I wasn't too sure what to call it, so I just put in vintage collection, which it's not, but I was really struggling with a name, and my mum randomly just texted me suggesting the Promenade, and as soon as I read it, I was like, yep, that's the name, that's what it's going to be called. So here we are at the Promenade. So yeah, I haven't built in Copperdale before, but I feel like the world really suits it. I love all the trees, I love the cobblestone pavement. I just feel like it really gives off the vibe that I'm looking for in this build. So yeah, a lot of you guys also mentioned that you liked voiceovers, which was a little bit of a surprise to me. I was always under the impression that, you know, listening to music is more preferable, which, you know, it just depends on how you feel, I guess, because sometimes I I don't want to listen to a voiceover, I just want to listen to the music and watch. It really depends on my mood. But at the same time, I do enjoy voiceovers because it's good to just sort of, as some of you guys said, just listen to while you're doing chores, which is what I often do as well. I might be cleaning or playing another game, and I really enjoy just listening to someone talk in the background. So it's really good to know that you guys preferred voiceovers. So here we are, a full voiceover video for you guys. So yeah, I've got to, I guess, talk along and figure out things to say. So do forgive me if I get stumped. But yeah, just doing the bay windows here on the cafe. I really wanted some proper like big cafe bay windows, but it was a little bit tricky to find CC wise, so I just stuck with these just bigger-ish windows, and then I put a little ledge, as you would have seen before, a little ledge along the bottom, just to give it a little bit more structure, so it wasn't just like a window ledge. But yeah, oh yeah, roof accessories, so important. When it came to landscaping, I was definitely sort of umming and ahhing about if I wanted to put trees in, because it just kind of looked a bit silly putting the trees on top of pavement, but I just put some grass around it, and I really wanted to put some little like garden fences around, and I think I had built this lot when the tool mod by Twisted Mexi was still being updated, or did I can't remember, because I think I can see that I have the better build by, so maybe not. I think I did have tool mod when I was building this. The last update definitely affected a lot of mods for those of you who play with mods, but it was okay. We didn't have to wait too long for the mods to get updated, so yeah, was straight back into it. But yeah, back to the landscaping, it was just a bit off, so I was tempted to use tool mod to put some little garden fences around, but I didn't end up doing that, so it kind of looks a bit off. But in terms of the vibe, the trees, the foliage, the leaves, it just makes it look so cozy. You know, I love streets that have big like shadowing trees that just create like an archway with their branches. I think that's so beautiful, so I really wanted to try and emulate that by having lots of greenery around the outside of the lot. Yeah, I downloaded some CC content because in my last save file, my last CC folder, I had a lot of cool graffiti, and when I did a big cull, I must have deleted a lot of like random files, so yeah, all my graffiti got culled, but I downloaded some really cool like it's wall art graffiti off the Sims resource, so I really wanted to use it in this build, and where else to put it but behind the dumpster. I feel like it's a very fitting place. And yeah, I'm just going through debug now, looking for some extra knickknacks. I spent so long trying to find these like what do you call them? Honestly, I'm not too sure. I know like what they are, but I can't think of the name right now. So yeah, I spent so long going through debug just finding different little decorative knickknacks to put around the lot. And oh yeah, I realized that the ledging around the top was a bit uneven. It wasn't showing or exposing all the bricks, so I went back and fixed that up. So that's what we're doing now. But yeah, debug is so handy to just fill up your lot with different objects and items from like live mode, and just clutter it up and make it feel like a community space. So here we're doing the laundromat, and I downloaded some Laundromat CC, and I really love the window stickers. I think it really gives it that personalized like shop feel. You know how laundromats always have like they're blasted with like posters and stickers and signage. So I was really pleased when I stumbled across this CC pack. So yeah, I used a bit of that. And the laundromat is a little bit run down, let's say. I feel like when most people build laundromats, they kind of have that feel anyway. I have a laundromat in my house, and it's actually really cool. It's really small, and it's cozy, and all the walls are covered in like retro posters, and it's super clean and tidy. But I went to a lot of laundromats when I was in America and also in Japan, but that's like two very different ends of the spectrum. The ones in Japan, of course, were very neat and tidy, and the ones in America were, of course, a little bit more well loved, let's say. But hey, if you can get the job done, that's all that matters, right? So yeah, I definitely went in a little bit heavy-handed in this room with the wall coverings, or the decals for the, you know, mold stains. My partner actually, as I was editing, he was like, "Whoa, that laundromat is super moldy." I was like, "Yep, it sure is." I really wish there was some like wall stains that were a little bit more opaque and not so harsh, because when I size them up, as you will see, they look really scary, like really dark. So I wish they were a little bit lighter, but that's okay. It's a rundown laundromat, okay? So we're gonna go with that. I have wanted to use this TV again since I used it in one of my previous like camper builds. I use it in the trailer, and I really wanted to use it again. So what better place to do it than the laundromat? You know, you can just like sit around, watch crappy TV while you wait for your clothes to dry. So yeah, I thought it was very fitting, and I just wanted an excuse to use it again. I don't know if it's purely for decorative purposes or if it's functional. So yeah, that's something you might have to test if you download this lot. That's something I don't do that I should probably do, is playtest my lots. But that means, right, I have to like enter the lot with a sim. Is that how it works? I don't know. Or can you go in after? I'm not too sure. But yeah, I haven't really play tested my builds, but I do know that when I place like certain items like kitchens and bathrooms, I definitely make them as functional as possible, if that sounds right. I mean, they're functional because there is enough space for the Sims to get through, and I feel like if you've played Sims for as long as I have, you just know where to put things and how many squares they need. So this laundromat would be playable for sure. But yeah, you can see here that big stain at the back. I probably should have reduced it, but you know, it's okay. We'll move on from that. I already, I think, dug myself a hole. So yeah, I think the laundromat is almost finished. I'm just putting some more stains on the floor, as if it's not, you know, grubby enough. We'll just grubify it some more. But yeah, that's the laundromat done. Oh, and I did put in some security cameras because I realized I'd put some signs up that said, you know, surveillance on this property. And now I'm moving into the cafe. It's like a little diner cafe. I actually didn't film me putting out the little barista. It's very Australian of me. Barista, what is it? Like oh my gosh, what's the word for it? I was gonna say barista deck, but that is definitely not right. And it's not barista stand. What is it? Bar. Barista bar. That's what it is. Oh my god, it's probably not even that, but yeah, I put that out previously with the menu just to try and get the layout right. And I actually really struggled with the seating in the cafe because I was so torn between doing like a diner or like a proper little like vintage cafe. But I went for I love these chairs, so I went for these like really retro metal with the, you know, the really crappy like upholstery that like if you sit on it too much it cracks where your butt is, you know. Those chairs. So I did keep those chairs, but over here you can see that I've just done the other dining section with the 4-seated tables. And my mum had actually come into my room to have a look at what I was doing, and she made the suggestion to make the floor red. And I was like, you know what, that would actually be a good idea. So thankfully these tiles that I had a red swatch, and it just worked so much better. I then went and changed the tables to these tablecloths with the red accent, and it just, I was feeling so like conflicted when I was making this because I was like, I just don't know what to do, it doesn't look right. And then mum came to the rescue. So yeah, and then she also said something is missing, and I was like, you know what, it's because we don't have any outdoor seating. And that was it. She goes, yep, outdoor seating, it definitely needs some outdoor seating. So I went ahead and used these awesome like cane wicker chairs, but they're so cafe, like they just give cafe, right? And these tables, I don't know if you guys, surprisingly a lot of my viewers are from America, which is crazy. And coming second is Australia, obviously, so you guys would know what I'm talking about. Dome Cafe, surely you know what I'm talking about. It's like this chain cafe in Australia, and they have these tables, like outdoor tables, that are like this crappy like fake marble top with like the metal legs, metal bottoms, and those outdoor tables remind me of dome tables. If you're Australian, you guys would know what I'm talking about, but it just works. It just works. So I think the cafe is nearly done. I just wanted to put a little bit of artwork here, and I really wish that we had a funky jukebox. I spent a little bit of time trying to look for some like a CC jukebox, but they were all just so gregarious and bulky, just not the vibe. So unfortunately I wasn't able to find a funky jukebox, but I come back later when I'm doing the record store and put a retro radio there. So yeah, just putting in some lighting. I really felt like the lighting brought the cafe together. I just felt like, it's finished once I did the lighting, you know? But yeah, we're moving up now to the record store, or vinyl store, whatever you want to call it. I again had some CC, like Life is Strange conversions that I wanted to use, and the Laundromat and this sort of Life is Strange collection is kind of why I wanted to do this community lot initially. So I really wanted to use it, and I thought that this would be a good opportunity to do so. So just decorating this this little space, just packing it full of vinyls and CDs, and I just feel like it's a cozy space. You know, it's up above a laundromat, you've got a cafe on the corner, you've definitely got some guy either in his 20s or his like late 30s who just is such a muso, obsessed with all the records. He just knows where every single one is, even the really obscure titles. Like, he's got you, right? He works here. He definitely wears a little beanie, and he rolls his jeans, and he's got his keys clipped to his jeans as well on a chain. That's what I kind of imagined when I was building this. So I did his little desk space really funky, and I used like this mismatched countertops. So yeah, I just really enjoyed this space. I put a little beanbag in the corner, so if you wanted to go through and look at some records, or, you know, put your headphones on and listen to a CD on your portable like Walkman or whatever, if those are still a thing. I never had one because I wasn't in that generation, but we definitely had like CD players and stuff when I was little that you could put like headphones into. So yeah, I know they're coming back in, kind of. I don't know. I know that the old school like iPhone headphones or earphones are coming back in. They're a thing. Like AirPods are done, you know, like everyone wants headphones with a cord now. So you could plug those in, listen to a CD, just chill in the beanbag, yeah, and just spend like, you know, a good hour or two listening to all the different, you know, genres that this little record store has to offer. So of course I had to put this awesome, like, I don't know, it's like a deck set in this little nook here. It is CC, I believe, but I think there was a, what was that pack that came out recently? Urban Homage, I think came with like a little vinyl stand, like record player stand. So you could definitely, you know, if you don't like the CC one, you could definitely, you know, swap it out. But yeah, I just feel like that one's really cool, and you can, you know, just gives the vibe, right? So yeah, just putting some shelves here to display some of these, like, you know, record players as if they're for sale, right? So if you want a record player, you can buy one. Here's your selection to choose from. So yeah, I was just filling up this space. A little bit disappointed that those crates don't have a lot of swatches, but we make do. I think I put some more on top of the bookshelf later when we come back to just doing the final touches. But as you'll see here, I shortly put together the little desk space. So we've got like a mismatch of different countertops. This is by Lily's Place. It's part of her folklore collection, which is so cute. There's so many like rustic pieces in that CC collection, and I haven't ever used these countertops before, like in a kitchen space, and I just thought, because I had to put the register on a counter, I was like, oh god, what am I gonna pick that's gonna fit this theme? And then just happened that Lily's Place came through in clutch with this beautiful mismatched set, and it just fits the theme or the vibe, I love to say that, the vibe of the record store. So yeah, I also put a record player there off to the side, so you know, he's the one picking the tunes for the space. But yeah, I do go in and do some lighting as well after I, you know, fiddle around with all the, you know, bits and bobs. But yeah, I put a nice big vintage rug in, just cluttering up the space a little bit more. Stack of papers, maybe like, you know, like a directory for all the orders, or, you know, all the different genres and artists. But yeah, I've just popped a couple more crates on top of here, and here we are doing the lighting, and I put this funky lamp in the corner there, and why not? I think I did put a lava lamp, of course. So jazzy, right? And then these awesome lights actually from Love Struck. I love that, the fringe detail, it's so sick. So yeah, just doing the finishing touches. Of course he needs a pair of headphones, duh. Bit of lighting out here, and of course an open sign. But yeah guys, I'm just finishing up the lot now. I think I'm gonna pop another tree in the corner there, and just a couple of extra things around the space, like a mailbox and a fire hydrant, just to make it look really loved and lived in. So yeah, that's my build. I hope you guys enjoy. Please do leave a comment down below and let me know what else you'd like to see, I love any suggestions or ideas that you guys have of things that you'd like me to build. So yeah, please do drop a comment. Thank you again for all the love and for subscribing. It means so much to me. I am so appreciative of you all, and I look forward to speaking with you in my next build. Thanks, guys.